Welcome to another video. All right, what shall we talk about? We shall talk about reviving your vitality. All right, this video just kind of came to me because I feel there's a lot of people who lack the zest for life, really. They're stuck in a life that is not quite right for them, that doesn't really give them a spark, right? And so they just vegetate, kind of just let time pass. And life doesn't have to be that way. And so today we will be exploring how you can regain that zest, joy, and vitality for life. Now, this will not be a complete answer, but it should start you in a good direction. When I look at my life, I definitely had a lot of times where I lacked zest for life. Actually, most of time, I lacked zest for life. I was unhappy, I was depressed, and it wasn't right. And when I look at my life now, I have so much zest for life. I love life. I'm freaking alive, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. So, what has helped on this journey? Well, what has helped on this journey is to drop out of my neurotic head that overthinks and that makes up all kinds of scenarios, and it's quite useful. It has a lot of good ideas. It's quite smart often. So it's not a bad thing, but I was trapped in there, and it was all I had. I had like this little ivory tower where I was hiding, right? And that's all I had. And then my ideas became me, and I started becoming defensive around my ideas. And I would argue, and I would, discuss, and I would show people, yay, I'm so smart. And, well, no one really won. No one really won. There's a different way of going about life, which is not just based on your intellect, but is based on your heart. And this is really where a lot of vitality comes from. So if you're struggling with vitality, with zest and joy for life, there is a good chance that you have cut yourself emotionally off to some degree. At least in my case, that was definitely what was happening. And when you cut yourself off emotionally because you have some emotional pain that you have had in the past and you couldn't process it, and all you were able to do in that moment is to cut yourself off emotionally so that you can keep functioning, well, you did the best you could in this very moment, so you did very well. However, that is limiting you now. You need to come back to those emotions, because when you cut yourself off emotionally, you don't just cut off the bad parts, right? The pain. You also cut off the good parts, the joy, the feeling alive, the love, just a whole range of experience that you can have being human, which really makes being human so incredible. So you need to come back to your heart. You really need to spend some time with your heart. And that can be literally just sitting down and paying attention, or giving attention and giving yourself to the heart space, to the space around this area, not just here, but around the area. And when you drop into that space, and you are not just in here, like in physical, in this physical area, but in the space around, there's a lot of things that can happen, and at the beginning you may be completely numb, you may not even know what I'm talking about, but the more time you spend, the more you can feel things, maybe tensions and things that are locked up, and how some of them maybe start opening. So getting back in touch with your emotions and spending some quality time with your heart is absolutely vital. Now, I do recommend to go see someone, a coach or a therapist, a professional that is good and can help you with what you're going through. because as you sit with yourself, things can surface that were repressed before. Suppressed. You suppressed them for a reason, and so having someone by your side can be really, really helpful. This is what I've done. I have first had help before I spent more time with the heart space. So having the help has been very, very useful and has helped me really break open this part and release the pain that I was holding there. So that is one thing that I can recommend. The second thing is to look at your life and be honest to yourself. Are you living a life that is really true for you, that is aligned for you? Or are you living a life that you have just come into, being, and you just kind of just continue with it? Maybe you wanted it back then, but now you don't really like it anymore, but you don't dare to say it to anyone because, well, lots of people admire where you're at, for example, and you don't dare to say it because it looks like you're a spoiled brat maybe, or there's a feeling of you should be happy because you have everything that you're supposed to have, and yet you're still not happy. Well, aligning ourselves emotionally, spiritually, on a mind level, is really where the zest of life can flow again. When we're aligned, everything can flow and you can manifest and you can create what you want in your life. When you're not aligned, you're going to have a more difficult time. And especially when it comes to the zest of life, that will be a bit lost. You will not really feel it so much anymore, because you are going into a direction that actually your being is not supporting. Maybe it was supportive of it previously, and that's why you've started going to this direction. Maybe you've just been forced into this direction by parents or whatever, social pressure. You need to stop. You really need to stop. And you need to come back to yourself and feel what's right for you. You need to align yourself to yourself. You need to come into yourself and feel your way through life. It does not matter if you are, have a good paying job and have everything in life that everyone wants. If that's not right for you, you're no one doing a service. You're doing a huge disservice to yourself. And only by being honest can you start uncovering and discovering what's right for you. I interviewed this guy once who was a investment banker, huge salary. He was unhappy, and he eventually became a policeman, and now he's very happy. He doesn't have that great of a salary, nowhere close to what he was earning before, but this is right for him. So aligning your life to what's true for you and feeling for that and being honest with yourself is hugely important. And with that said, the heart is a really important guide in that as well, which is why I'm bringing it back to the heart again. Because if it's just a mental exercise, oh, should I do this, should I do that, is that right, is that not right, oh, maybe that would be better, you're just having mental masturbations. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. It is a feeling. You're looking for a feeling in your body. That's where you're looking. And if you're just a head without a neck, I don't know, whatever. Basically, if you're walking around cut off from your neck, you need to reestablish this connection. It's really vital, because this is how you're going to live a fulfilling life. This is how you're going to have the zest again in your life, the vitality that you're looking for. And it can be a small, you don't have to have a plan, you don't have to have it figured out. Just one step will be enough. Feeling like, oh, I'm going to go and try out acting, for example, and you just go and do it. That is one step in the right direction. Just playing around and seeing what happens. Because when we are like too serious about this, well, where's the zest in that? It's like becoming a task. I'm going to find my zest of life again. No. You don't have to do it this way. Really don't. You can be more relaxed and feel. Your body is a sense organ into the world, and you can really feel your way through life rather than just think your way through life. And this way it really becomes more fulfilling again, and zest will come back through you. The third thing is to look at what are you avoiding? Where are you holding back? Where are you wanting to do something but you're not going for it because you're afraid of it? well, this is already a sign. This is like listening to yourself, and you feel, oh, that would be nice, but you're afraid, maybe because you have social anxiety or something like that. Don't hold back. Find a way to do it. Don't do it all the way. Do just one thing. Do one small step that you can take in this direction. Break it down. Don't overload yourself. Second, go see a professional again. They can help you. They can help you address what you needs to be addressed, so that you can move into this direction. But you can only move into this direction when you stop bullshitting yourself and you become honest and say, actually, this is something I really want to do. And you don't talk yourself out of it halfway, saying, oh, but, we, whatever. No, you need to be straight, you need to be honest, you need to be clear. When you have that, zest of life will come back again, because you're following that pull, that direction where the joy is actually leading you. So, with that, thank you so much for your attention. Like it, subscribe, whatever you want to do, share it, and I'll see you in the next video.